What's up, Hellraisers? Welcome back to yet again another movie review. Welcome to Friday the 13th, part 4, the final chapter. Well, we know how that turned out because there's not a final chapter. You know, I guess it's safe to say that the word final, I think, has become a horror movie cliche at this point. But anyway, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, might actually be the darkest Jason I've ever seen. And this might be the most brutal Jason I've ever been. I gotta refresh my memory once I watched all the other ones. But yeah, this Jason is fucking insane. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give you a little bit of plot of what this movie is about. This movie tells you a story about a group of kids end up at the wrong place at the wrong time with a Jason that is far more deadlier, darker than he's ever been before. And Jason is out for vengeance. And when I mean vengeance, I mean vengeance. This Jason kills are brutal as fuck. And you're gonna see why I say that because it's fucking insane. So to kick things off, no more time to waste with my first poll, I would have to say Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. I'm a massive fan of Corey Feldman. I grew up watching Corey Feldman on TV. I've seen damn near every fucking movie he's ever been in. I even like some of the movies that people said that they didn't like him in or whatever, so on and so forth. But Corey Feldman, as a kid, probably about like 9 or 11 years old in this movie, I like him in this film. A little bit of fun fact for you. He was actually going back and forth on the Goonies set to film that movie and then going back to film this movie at the same time. He really wanted to be in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, so bad. And so he literally balanced out both at the same time to be in the fucking movie. I gotta give the boy praise for that. He did a fucking fantastic job in both fucking movies. But still, him as Tommy Jarvis, like throughout the entire runtime of the movie, he's basically this nerdy, geeky-like kid you don't really know much about until as the movie progresses. He starts to learn more about Jason, and in order enough to kill Jason, he gotta sort of become Jason. And you start to see his character's arc and growth throughout the entire runtime of the movie. I mean, come on. For somebody who's been a kid once and saw a girl taking off her fucking clothes, you can't tell me every boy's reaction wasn't like what he did in this fucking movie, jumping up and down his fucking bed with the biggest smile on his fucking face, looking like the damn Joker, seeing two teenagers just about to, you know, do some doty-doty. I mean, come on. We can't not deny that, especially us as the guys. But still, Tommy Jarvis, played by Corey Feldman, beautiful. I loved it. Another pro I would have to say, I'm surprised I'm saying this shit again. I feel like I'm gonna keep repeating myself now. I like the character. Part 3, I hated the character. Part 2, I liked the character. Part 1, I hated the character. Now part 4, I like the character. What the fuck is happening? It's like fucking deja vu right now. But yes, I like the characters in this movie. In particular, one of my all-time favorite scenes, which I reference this scene a lot, even now, is Crispin Glover with his crazy fucking dance moves and shit. I think that is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Now, I don't know if the director or writer told him to do that, but it looked like they just let everybody in this movie be themselves, and Crispin Glover took that shit to the head because he was literally just fucking geeked the fuck up. Like, the way he was dancing, the way he acted, it was fucking iconic as fuck. You can't not mention Friday Part 4 and not think about Crispin Glover in this fucking movie. But in general, I like all the fucking characters. They have some lore and some depth to them. You actually rooting for these fucking characters. You actually give a shit about these fucking characters, at least to me. One of the things I've always liked about these characters is that they feel like real people in terms of the situation that they're in. Considering the fact that it is a dark-ass movie, we get there. But the characters feel like real people. You actually feel like these are people you interacted with in real life. And that explains Crispin Glover's character. As crazy as he is, you have a friend like that somewhere, or a family member, or any relatives in general like that in your life right now as I speak. Tell me if I'm wrong. Another pro I would have to say, this movie has a fucking dark atmosphere. I mean, from start to finish, especially the way they utilize Jason in the shadows. Even though they ain't hiding that it's Jason like the previous film did, they're putting it out there. They letting you know, hey, this is Jason. We ain't finna hide this shit. And I love that. Jason is in the shadows more. Jason present is so intense and so fucking brutal, especially when he kills someone. We'll get to the kills in a different section. But Jason present is just so fucking well direct. And I love this movie for that. It's so intense. Almost gripping my fucking seat like shit. I fucking forgot how intense that shit was when I was a kid. But still, Jason's presence is just so beautiful in this movie. The atmosphere, the lighting itself is fucking phenomenal in this movie. I love it for that. Another pro is one of the biggest reasons why Jason works so well is because of the portrayal of Jason in Ted White. Honestly, this is not my favorite Jason, but I would say this is my favorite intense Jason. This is the most intense Jason has ever fucking been. And I love what Ted White brings here. He took something, he saw, oh shit, okay, so I need to make this fucking Jason fucking brutal as fuck. And it worked. I mean, the kills is fucking insane. Physically insane because how big Ted White is. And honestly, Ted White knew exactly what he needed Jason to be, and he executed everything that he was told or not told with Jason. Another pro, I will have to give it back to the kills, baby. So this movie has some of, if not some of the darkest kills in the entire franchise. And I'm saying that for a reason, because these kills are fucking brutal. Like, in particular, there's a scene where Jason takes the guy's head and saw it with the fucking hat star and fucking twisted it around, and fuck, it looked insane. There's another particular kill where Jason, like the guy's in the shower, and Jason just take his head and smack it into the fucking shower wall. Oh my god. There's another kill where a guy gets them bow and arrows stuck up his private area and shoots his ass in the air, which is actually kind of hilarious. But it's still kind of fucking dark and eerie as hell, but that's the whole point. Because this movie is just so fucking dark, and I love it for that. I mean, I could go on for hours about how crazy these fucking kills are. And another part, I would have to say, the pacing of the film. Now, this film walked that line of almost being boring, but you are so invested because of the character. And that's why I said this movie has a damn good pacing for how dark and how creepy and how eerie it is. And I love the movie for that, because I almost said, like, if this movie takes the approach of part 3, boring as fuck, I'm going to be so mad that I wasted another hour or two watching a boring ass movie. But no, the pacing is fucking good. Like, right when you think the movie is about to take a nosedive, it fucking skyrockets right back up to the top with something brutal. And that's why I said the kills are so important, because the pacing works so well with this movie. Now, to move into my cons, there's only 2 cons I have with this movie, and that would be, I've never liked this in the Friday the 13th movie, because I feel like they are literally misunderstanding Jason. And this goes to the 2009 version too, that I will be reviewing. Please hit that subscribe button right now, because y'all gotta hear my thoughts on that. But I've never liked how they say that Jason kidnapped somebody and then killed them. First and foremost, Jason is not that smart. Okay, he's dead. So for them to say that Jason kidnapped somebody, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, what is Jason doing kidnapping somebody? So now we're jumping the shark at this point, because Jason can't do that. Jason don't have a brain cell to do that. So Jason's only intention is to kill. And so you saying he kidnapped somebody. And so I've always kind of found that to be a bit of a nitpick that I have. But like I said, I can overlook it, but it's just that. Like, I can't overlook that. I'm sorry, I can't overlook that. Final con will have to be that I feel like this movie is beating like a dead horse now. I feel like there's like a bunch of recaps on previous films. Like, I feel like they're trying to re-educate us on something we've already seen. Like, I've seen it already. Just don't recap it. And they do that in this movie. And I'm like, just cut that out and just now move your ass. But it's like, it's a waste of screen time and a waste of my time. But that's why I said, I felt like this movie was dragging with the pace, but it didn't drag, but it's just that recap. It's like, oh my God, so you're beating the dead horse now. Now you feel like, so they get the dumbass audience members, so we gotta explain things to them. You don't have to do that. Like, just get to point A to B. Now move your ass. But my overall thoughts is that Friday the 13th, the final chapter, is a good fucking movie. Like, those are my only two cons. This is the only one I said is good up to this point, okay? Now, I know there are several other movies to go, and y'all gonna be surprised which one is my all-time favorite. We get in there. But still, despite those two cons, this is rewatchable for me because it has a lot of crazy shit in it. I love damn near all the fucking kills in this fucking movie. But that's going to wrap up today's specific video. If you want to get in touch with the boy, remember, social media link will always be in the description down below. And make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that fucking bell notification so that when I drop another link video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. And I hope to catch you HELLRAISERS in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you stay creepy, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next one.